So today I want to talk a little bit about your horse's attention, why it's important, where is it on you, is it on something else, how can you get it back, and the ways that you can work on that. It's really important for you to be aware of this topic because anything you do with your horse requires you to be able to have him check in with you. He might not have all his attention on you all of the time, but he needs to be checking in with you, and you need to be aware of where his attention is. There's all kinds of things happening all the time. If you're at a boarding facility, there's going to be all kinds of things happening. Even here at home, it's quiet. There's not usually a lot going on, but today we come out to film and the neighbor's getting a delivery of sand or something very loud with a tractor, and up the hill they're hammering out rocks. So there's all kinds of things that my horse is listening to and looking in at. And I'm aware of that. So I'm going to start right with what I see happening a lot, which is people will take their horse out, tie him to the hitching rail, and start brushing him. And the first thing that happens when they start brushing their horse is he looks away. So you're brushing your horse, and he's got his attention over there on his buddy at the pen. And as you're brushing him, you're not doing anything about getting his attention back. So he's still looking over there. He's not looking at you. Now he starts stepping into your space, and it can be frustrating, and it seems to build on itself. So the more that we leave that be, every time we bring our horse out, the less he's paying attention to us, and the more he's focused on other things. I guess my props worked a little too good. So the first thing that I'm looking for when I'm examining my horse to see if he has his attention on me or if he has it elsewhere would be obviously his body language, but his ears. Where are his ears pointed? Because generally a good rule of thumb is where his ear is pointed is where he's going to be paying attention to, looking to. How his head is set. If I'm standing here talking and my horse has his head turned over there, then I think it's pretty clear that he's not present here with me at all. However, I'm standing here talking and my horse is, yes, listening to what's going on behind, but she's also attentive here to what's happening here. Her head's in the middle. She's paying attention to what's around here, but she's staying pretty clearly focused on, this entire peripheral here, which is me included. So if you're having trouble with getting your horse's attention, you clearly know that there's many areas where he's not focused on you or he's focused on the exterior things. The first thing I would do is start out small. Maybe you could work with him a little bit in his pen on some of the stuff that we're going to talk about. And then as you gradually get more confident with capturing his attention, you could take and try it in different areas like the arena or out in the pasture or somewhere a little farther away from the barn, and work on it little bits at a time. When I have my horse in the paddock and I'm trying to work on capturing his attention, it might be where he's not in the halter at all, where if I have the right setup, I can move him around his pen a little bit and I can start creating some draw towards me there. If my paddock is not set up for it and I have a round pen handy, I can start it in my round pen, maybe in halter, maybe loose, depending on my horse. But I might do a series of groundwork exercises where I send him out on the line and I use my body just to see how much it takes to get his attention. So like right now, she's focusing on something else. I might step over here, no, here, no, back here. I might give a little bump of her nose, wait, okay. Right when I got the ear is where I would release. So I'm not looking to completely capture her attention, I just want her to check back in with me. So if there's a distraction somewhere, so that's what I mean by start small. If you're in the paddock and there's stuff going on, it's a good time to work on it. You might have your horse in halter, and sure enough, as soon as you get the halter on, he starts to do the same things he does when he's at the hitching rail. He starts to kind of tune you out. So it'd be a good time to say, hey, check in, got an ear and an eye, release, okay, reward, I might ask again for a little bit of her nose in the middle. Good. Release, reward. And we can build on that. So like I said, in different areas, while her feet are moving, maybe while she's loose. So as you build on that little bit at a time, your horse is going to become more aware. You're going to have to do less and less to capture his attention. Don't be afraid to bring out a tool. You might need a tool to, maybe get your horse's attention where he's very distracted by other things, or maybe he's a little bit dull. So we could bring a tool into the matter, and we could show him the tool, build on some interest, bring him here with us. Just play with different things. What is that? Play with different things to increase your horse's curiosity in what you're doing. Try not to overdo things where he gets dull to what you're doing, and then again you kind of run into the same problem. If you overdo it, whatever it is that you're doing at that time to get his attention. Good girl. The same thing's going to happen. You're going to find yourself where your horse is now not paying attention to you, and it's kind of become like that annoying fly. We don't want that. We want to do just enough to get his attention, reward him, and encourage that curiosity in what we're doing, and them checking in with us. So I always love to hear about your experiences. Every horse is different, and they've all got something to teach us. So please, by all means, in the comments below, let me know what happened when you tried this with your horse. Maybe you weren't aware before of what was happening, and now you can see, oh yeah, he's not paying attention, but when I check in a little bit, he's more curious on me. Let us know. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.